Welcome to episode 100
Yes.
of the Awkward Tapes.
Yeah.
The podcast where awkward friends have awkward conversations about awkward things. 100 episodes, decade.
No.
Not-
But yeah, century.
Not
A
quite.
century.
A centaur. A century.
A centaur of
Yeah.
tape awkward.
If you've been following along since episode 1, thank you very much.
And God bless
If you're
you.
just starting with this episode, thank you very much. Wherever you started, however you supported us, thank you. We appreciate you. So to begin, how we like to begin things is to have our thinker here give us a little Presley thought. Sometimes they suck. Most times actually they suck. And on a rare occasion, they're okay. So let's see what he has for us this
Man,
time.
thank you, Schmidt,
Yeah,
for hyping
and-
me up.
And
on
just
that.
be prepared for it's still hard for us, but there is always a dramatic pause, so just be aware.
Oh, it has to be one for episode 100.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna make you feel this.
Oh gosh.
If you think about it,
Whopper, Whopper, Whopper.
funny guy,
It was gonna be a 6-second pause.
your burps are just your pukes farts.
Oh, no. Don't like
Yeah.
Don't like that one.
Actually hurt my own brain.
Burps.
Your burps are like your pukes farts.
I get it.
I
get it.
And then the crowd said,
Amen.
Amen.
And
Man,
the church said,
Amen.
Hallelujah. Can I feel Jesus in the air? Can I get an amen?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
No, you ain't getting an
I'm
amen.
sorry. I didn't tell y'all. I've been doing some stuff on Sundays. I've been the hype man.
Okay.
He's been the pastor at a black church.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Well-
Leighton.
I don't like, I don't, yeah.
Leighton's like, what can I say here that's
A
not
Southern
offensive?
Baptist church.
Sure, yeah.
There you go.
Anyway.
100 episodes, man. This is insane.
It is.
I never thought we'd make it.
Our friendship.
That's how I feel about my life.
Wow.
Thank you guys. We appreciate you guys coming back for episode 100. Yeah, thank you. We really do appreciate you. Prepare yourself for the 100th session of awkwardness. All right, so episode 100, guys. How do we feel? Reactions?
I'm same as y'all. I didn't think that we would go this far with the podcast, but it's been a blast.
I actually don't feel that way. That was a joke. But good to know how you feel.
Glad to know you didn't take it very seriously from the
Yeah.
get-go.
Yeah.
I was just being realistic about it. It's not like I didn't care or have fun with it.
I
No,
didn't
but
think this thing going.
I didn't know we'd be where we. I didn't. I can do this. I didn't think we would be where we are today
Yeah.
in this amount of time for the amount of episodes we've done.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I don't think we would be here, but I figured we would be here. Just as far as like,
Not as quick as we got here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a weird feeling because when we started, I didn't think to myself, "Oh, we're not going to make it to 100 episodes." That's never like that. That didn't
Yeah.
cross my mind. But I just didn't think about it. I didn't think of one day, and kind of short amount of time, we're going to hit 100
We're
episodes.
gonna hit 1,000.
We are.
Think
Wow.
about that.
I don't
Another
want to.
zero over there.
Yeah, we'll add another zero.
Yeah.
I hope these 100 numbers or balloons are doing well because I paid a pretty penny for them.
We're gonna
Too much.
Schmev
recycle
put
them.
down $97 on these balloons.
Not
That's-
quite, but it feels like it.
Slight exaggeration, but emotionally,
Sorry, 95.
yes.
It was too much. So favorite moments. I know Zach had one. What's your favorite moment, or one of your favorite moments so far?
One of my favorite moments was filming that Manscaped commercial.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was hilarious.
That
Yeah,
was
we had fun doing that.
Yeah.
I think I still have behind the scenes stuff on it. But
That was awesome.
The
Y'all
one-
were dying.
what do we do? Give us a little recap of what we did for that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, for one, we had like set up the camera and the mic to where I was in a quote unquote barber's chair and
I was shaving.
I
He was
didn't,
the barber.
I didn't shave for like a week or two, and I had shaved my head with the Manscaped razor and had a little dialogue that I did. It was awesome, or monologue.
Yeah, it was like I can't remember the exact script, but it was like I can't remember exactly what you said.
I do. It was
You had mentioned that it shaves other than your bald head, and
Yeah.
then you kind of looked at the camera.
Oh, it was best in men's below the waist grooming, and then
Yes.
we looked at each other.
This
This is amazing.
That was good, and that was like a milestone too. That was
Yeah.
our first sponsorship, and that was
Yeah.
that was very cool.
And that only
Yeah.
happened like a couple months in.
I think that was March.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
about 3 months in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So what about like during like that was a big moment too, but like during the podcast, like episodes, is there like some moments that stick out with you there?
Leighton buying me underwear was pretty funny. Or maybe not so much for me, but had me in mind.
No, they were
What-
free. He wears them every day. It's his
Women's
lucky pair.
underwear.
He
Lucky
pretty
pair.
much asked you during Dirty saying, "Oh, please get that."
I basically did.
I didn't want to say anything, but he did ask me to buy that for
Oh,
Curtis.
really?
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
You just couldn't afford them at the time,
Right.
You
Yeah, I
wearing
mean, they
them?
were
We worked
lace.
it out. I told him which one was that. He was needing some new underwear and he
Yeah.
wanted to feel good and confident.
I'm actually wearing them today. Here, I'll show.
Again, yeah. Well, I'll
They
just
make
show
you
us
feel
later.
confident. They do.
Yeah.
So,
And they do.
yeah.
Right.
So my favorite moment, one of my favorite moments was some of the early Presley thoughts. I think I've said this before, but spaghetti flavored cake will probably
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
live on in my mind forever until I
yes.
die. So you think it's bad on the receiving end of it. Imagine giving that thought. Because I'm going to be in a nursing home one day, and they're going to ask me. I'm going to get into a conversation with some old guy about life,
He
right?
literally is going to have a heart attack.
He-
No,
doing
he-
that.
It might finish him off.
This is how I
don't know.
imagine. This is how I imagine.
Yeah.
it. You've been sitting like in a wheelchair for like 5 years.
Just like
Just
this.
like this. And you aren't saying a word. And so finally, like your son that you haven't seen in a long time because he moved far away, he comes back and he's like, "Dad, say something." And you're filled with emotion and you turn to him and you just go, "Lasagna. It's just spaghetti flavored cake." And he starts crying. And then you and your brother your son, this is your brother. You and your
Leighton's
son
also.
have an emotional moment and you hug one last time and then you die.
No, it'd be even.
And then you die.
No, it would be even better is if Leighton's next to him in a wheelchair and he goes, "Ah!"
And then Leighton
Start
rolls up in his
banging.
wheelchair to the funeral. Just, oh, it's my brother.
Start banging on the table.
Yeah. You shoot him because that's apparently
yeah,
a part
shotgun.
of the
It's a Parker family tradition.
Yeah.
That was a good moment. I
Yeah,
like
it
just
was a
pulling
good
that out
moment.
of thin air.
The Mad Libs, that was a crazy moment. That was probably the most violent we've gotten on the podcast.
Oh. Oh yeah, the ad libs shot.
Leighton, what's some moments that stand out?
One moment that really stands out, even though like if we were to do it today, I'd probably be a little tired of it just because we did it so much. But the badly explained
Yeah.
stuff, that really sticks out because that was probably the longest like series that we did, and what that did for us on TikTok was really cool.
I would love to do like every now and then some type of badly explained thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, it'd be hard to do movies at this point because we covered a lot of
We would
movies.
have to do something
Yeah.
other
I'll
than
say
that.
at this
Yeah.
point, because it's been so long, we may not remember them. Like
True.
Like we could
Yeah.
probably come up with something new and be like, oh yeah, even though we did that before, I didn't get that.
True. But yeah, it's one of those things. I don't think we all want
be
to be
blessed.
necessarily known for badly explained stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's one of those things maybe we don't want to do every other episode again, but
Yeah,
every
it'd be
once in a
it'd be
while
cool.
it
True. Well, it's
Yeah.
been a few months since
Yeah.
we've done any at all.
right.
Well, actually, it's getting close. Has it been close to half a year since we've done? Maybe not quite that
Uh,
long, but
few
it's
months.
been. It's been like
been
3
a
4
while.
months though.
We still had Noah. I miss Noah.
I know
Yeah.
Thank you,
Noah.
Noah.
Noah
Yeah.
was a big highlight.
Noah was one of my favorite moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noah was a moment. Noah is a moment.
I think Leighton still has a crush on him.
I do. Yeah, totally.
Well, who doesn't have a crush
I'm
on
actually
Noah?
moving to where he is.
No.
soon. Yeah.
You're moving to Anna, Louise.
Yeah. Yep. I'm moving.
Anna Louise? Is that the
Louisiana.
Oh, so confused.
You can do it.
It's backwards.
Okay.
It's
now
big
I
Latin.
understand.
I also like the stuff that we were doing with the Chat GPT stuff, like all
Yeah.
the
Oh, I wanna do more.
scenario.
I want to do that when I'm here.
That's
I
kinda-
missed that.
We should've
I missed
done that.
all of that.
Yeah, that
shut
was
up.
fun. I
Next time,
Next
please don't
time.
yell at me
Okay.
again. We already had an argument a couple
Yeah.
nights
We
ago.
we really got into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was one of my favorite moments. Was just rebuilding our friendship from absolutely nothing.
What the?
What?
What?
Dang.
Wow.
Kidding.
That's
came out
so
of
random.
nowhere.
Presley's like, you know what, Shmev, you were dead to me. But you know what?
You didn't-
Ever since we started this
Listen.
podcast, you've been slowly growing on me. The more and more I've gotten, attracted to you. Just over time. I've just had this bond.
Yeah,
this,
we actually just had a huge falling out about the middle of the podcast lifetime, and you just didn't even know about it. And that's what really that's what really broke my heart is the fact that you just don't care enough to pay attention.
You're right. Still hold
Thank
my
you.
hand, though.
That's all I needed.
What
I'm
was
just
I
kidding,
gonna
by the
say?
way. Like none of that actually.
What was I gonna say? I had something in my head and you ruined it again, like you ruined everything else.
Oh.
Oh, what
Y'all
was
need
it?
a kid.
It's kind of like that time.
We're
this
about
is-
to break up again.
This is a real story. Like, I don't know, a year or two ago, Zach was saying, like, he was telling a story about you guys like a few years ago, and
like me and him, or
yeah, and you had said something. You're like, oh yeah, that's back when we like weren't really close at all. And Zach was like, what? We were really close. you don't remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
I was like, what are you
remember
talking
that.
about?
Yeah, Zach was heartbroken for like a good week.
I felt used.
I'm
I
sorry.
was
Don't
feeling
touch me.
really awkward because I was like, I don't have anything to do.
Hey guys, I gotta go.
I saw you like maybe 3 times a year. I wouldn't have,
I don't even remember what it was, but
I
I
don't
was
know.
right.
Sound like a woman.
Evan,
Yeah.
what's
You agreed with it for a second.
You said
like,
yes.
yeah,
You get canceled, not me.
Honestly, as bad as it is, some of my favorite parts has been the more like
Edgy.
parts of it. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love the jokes just between that, and even though it was probably like the most on edge thing that we've done, even though it wasn't us. Like for example, that one Chris joke with the Mario.
Oh,
I'll
man,
just
yeah.
say that was something that was super funny. Just like whoa, wow,
we need to have
that
Chris
was really
back
funny.
again.
No, just a lot of the edgy stuff. Also, having on certain guests was fun. Like having on Cooper, who I believe was our first guest. That was a ton of fun. He gave great stories and analogies.
That was like
obviously.
5.
Zach, you want to
That was
7?
like that was episode like 11 or something.
you want to give your
Impression.
impression of Cooper and the war thing?
Okay, so my favorite person to do an impression of is Cooper, and it's always the same thing. He just reiterates everything twice. So like when you go to war and stuff, like you go to war, and so when they buried the hatchet, that meant that they were done with the war that they were warring over. So I like ice cream.
Poor Cooper.
Sounds like Forrest Gump.
Is Forrest Gump.
That's a little bit of an extreme impersonation.
It
but-
is an extreme.
It's an
but
exaggeration, but
It's so
funny.
much fun. I love it. He just sounds like Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
man.
the edgy stuff. Like, there's a line that we have, and it's right here, and I love to
That's where the
get
line is?
just like
Yep, right there.
just edge, like touch it a
And
little
just, like,
bit,
tickle
tap it, and tickle it. Yeah,
Even
just
though-
like that.
Yeah, but what I like about it is that our edgy jokes are edgy for us and for this podcast. Like in the grand scheme of things, they're really not that
No.
edgy.
Nah.
But
Still rated PG.
I would
and-
love to get really edgy.
I'm half and half on that.
You got
But
your-
no, the edgy jokes have been a ton of fun. Also, some of the guests like Cooper and I'll finish my sentence now. And like DJ L, that was
Oh,
a ton of
yeah.
fun when we had him on.
Loved having him on.
That was absolutely a ton of fun having him on.
We need more guests
yeah.
like
if you guys want
that.
to be on the podcast, I mean.
If you're into podcasts, do you guys listen to podcasts?
Oh.
Um,
Well, let's wait for them to answer. Oh, well, that was
Oh,
mean.
they
Okay.
don't.
That's my favorite
Okay.
moment.
yeah.
Dora jokes.
Yeah, no, and that was
Door jokes. That was a good little.
door joke. That was your favorite moment of
That
the whole
well,
podcast.
that
The door jokes.
that run is still going,
Yes, it is.
so it needs to die.
I got one for y'all.
Okay.
When y'all all dressed up as me for Halloween.
That was a good one.
That was
a
good. It was such a bad costume too. That's what was
That made
so
it a
good
little
about
better, I
it.
think. That was good.
Ball caps and all. That was
Apparently,
fantastic.
who did I look like? You said Sigmund Freud. Was that
Sigmund
who it
Freud was who you look like with your beard and
And
it was-
you literally had zero clue.
Oh, I
right?
had no idea.
Like there wasn't a thing in your head. They're like, are they dressing up as me?
We
no, not at all.
Sweet.
Created-
That blindsided me. Absolutely blindsided. Absolutely blindsided me.
That was one of the most fun things to plan. Because you didn't expect that at all. We had like a whole separate group chat
Yep.
trying to coordinate how we were gonna do it.
Yeah.
Zach.
Well, it was,
Clone.
it was called
Yeah, it's called Zach
Clones.
Clones.
Yeah.
You know what the worst part of it was? That freaking towel. That thing hadn't been washed in weeks. And they just draped it over my head and I was like, this smells like crap.
They're like, you can't take it off.
Yeah, we
we
all
were
have one
pretending.
on. Noah's gonna lead us to our seats now.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite, like, I don't know about one of my favorites, but one of the ones I think about sometimes that I got a good laugh out of is the conversation we had about how rednecks give directions.
Oh.
You remember
Oh,
that?
yeah, I remember that. That was
Go on I-40 and you're gonna turn right where Lewis had that surgery one time on the side of the road. You're gonna yeah, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like to. That's just fun. And living in Tennessee, you hear that quite a bit.
Yeah.
And that's not much of an
No,
exaggeration
Not
about
at
how
all.
they give
That's actually
directions.
pretty mild.
Yeah, and half the time, if some older guy is giving me directions, I'll just like nod my head and like, oh yeah, I remember where that is. Yeah.
So
Yeah, where Lewis had his. I remember that. Yeah,
So
yeah.
what was the address again? Because I'm gonna ignore everything
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
said.
So
Go
what
to my
was the
car,
address?
put it into Google Maps.
Okay, got it. Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to think of more moments that really
Ooh,
stand out.
I loved the awkward games. Those were so much
Yeah.
fun.
The awkward games were a ton of fun.
Those were awesome. I got so into those, I forgot we were recording.
That's dangerous.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
We've been recording this?
Oh, we've been recording this.
Yeah, that'd be. And that would be cool to like cut up on TikTok, but that was just like I couldn't figure out a way to really do it all.
Market.
But I would be down to do that again.
I would too. If we could find a way to break it up a little bit easier into bite-sized pieces to where, because on TikTok we do the clips, and I think if we can do a clip that isn't 10 minutes long,
Yes.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe do a very like speed up the rounds or something.
Yeah. So
You set a timer.
yeah, something like that. So when we get to episode 200,
250.
no,
300.
okay, whatever.
450.
Let's say just for this
Can I get
example,
500, 500,
200.
6 IC, 6 in back, 750, 750, and sold to the gentleman in the hat.
Backwards.
Okay.
So when we get to episode 200, where would you like to see us at, or what would you want to see the episodes looking like, or like I don't know. I guess what I'm asking is just like, where do you see the podcast in 100 episodes? Not that long from now,
No.
but
I would like for us to have like an idea of stuff that we can just riff on for hours, you know? Not that we would have that long of an episode, but you know.
I see what you're saying.
I would like to do more guests.
yes,
We've
Me
said
too.
that for a while. I'd like to start reaching out. I did DM a couple people. I don't know if I told y'all, but please answer me. It's
I'm
very,
desperate.
I'm very much
Did you
putting,
really?
yeah,
Oh.
I'm very much putting myself out there. So if you could just like,
Answer.
answer that, because I want to have you on and we could mutually benefit each other's. But anyway, yeah. So I'd like more guests and maybe I don't know. I like this space. I like where we're at. I like
I
that it's
don't.
configurable. Schmeth hates it, but that's one of the things we argue about. But
Marriage
They're a cute
counseling.
couple.
no, we're in counseling, but maybe a different space if it makes sense. Something where we don't have to spend a bunch of time setting up, tearing down. We've talked about that.
I hope by episode 200, your Presley thoughts are better.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if that's.
There's only so many
Yeah,
you
I was
can
gonna
do.
say. I think that's a really hard goal. Is to make.
He can only get better from where he's at. Come on.
He's just trying to roast me.
Oh, you should have seen.
Oh, we
one of the-
roasted the crap out of Zach.
My God.
Well,
I thought you said me.
that'll be in a couple more episodes. We had to film
We had a
Yeah,
real
this is
backwards.
definitely not the last episode of the day we're filming.
No,
We would
it's
never
not
do
like
that.
6 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
No, it's not like we had to wait for Presley or anything like
We've
that.
been going all night.
You know what would be cool actually if we did have like a roast of bald episode, and we got like some of your classmates to come on, and they
There's
roast
our
you too.
guests.
Yeah, there's some of our
Y'all
guests.
would never get them to not curse.
Well, they
There's-
would have to. If I would literally
do
tell
it.
them, if you curse, we're cutting you out.
They would do it.
You'd have to be like
if they could
stern
if
with
they
it.
could roast you to our audience, I think they could do it.
Yeah,
Would
they
do we
would
have
control
permission to do
themselves.
that? Could we do that?
Let's put a pin in that. I don't know.
Zach's like, I got roasted enough today.
Or
I-
Leighton just like buys a bleeper button.
I am the butt of a lot of jokes.
But listen to me here.
But
Content.
Yeah.
Schmev will do
do
anything.
you
for
want to
some-
roast?
for some content?
Do I want to roast?
Do you
Schmev.
want to have a roast?
Who would roast?
I think it'd be pretty
What if
good.
for people
could-
like when it comes around to people's birthdays, we could do a birthday roast?
that
Just to
that would be
humble
cool.
them.
Yeah.
As long as I get food, I'm down.
Yeah.
Or
I just want
birthday
food.
spanks.
Can we make a roast?
Yes. You can eat a roast.
While
For the
getting
roast.
roasted.
Hey, I'm down for. You give me some barbecue. You can make fun of me all you want, belittle me.
I'll give you a crown and a throne
I just want barbecue
and a
man.
robe.
Just give me some.
Made
just
out
give
of
me some pulled
Dalmatians.
pork.
I actually really like that. I think we should have a roast of bald.
Yeah.
What if we
Your
drafted?
classmates have been asking to come on. So
There you
have,
go.
Oh God,
What if
y'all
we did a draft of our favorite bald people?
we
think
should
we could
do
do
that.
that.
We should do that. If we do another
I'm gonna
draft,
write that
it may
down.
be. It
I
may
thought
be
we
a
already
little
did
bit.
that.
No, you're thinking of the PowerPoint. We
You're
take
thinking-
out
The surprise PowerPoint.
We've
I-
talked
We-
about
we
that.
still-
We've
we
talked
need to
about
do
it.
something like that again in the future.
I'm pretty sure that's the hardest I've ever laughed.
Oh, that was
I'm
probably the
almost
hardest I've ever
positive.
laughed. That was the funniest.
you
I
were
thing
wasn't
I've
there. I've
Leighton
seen the
wasn't
video.
there. Man.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Leighton. I'm so sorry that you weren't there because that was
Yeah.
genuinely like the funniest moment of.
Oh, I've heard about it.
That's
I
the
hear about it all the time.
Funnest, most fun things that we ever do is just on the spot improv. Everything comes together. Everybody's working as a team. Everybody has the same common goal.
All right,
And in that
everyone.
instance, it was to roast Zach.
So I think some different fun games, like maybe even more like improv stuff, could be fun. I mean, our episodes are already kind of improv-ish because we don't rehearse anything. We're like, oh, what topic do we want to talk about?
Oh, they can tell.
Oh,
you.
I guess this.
Oh yeah.
I would
Oh,
be
if I
fine
could-
with the roast. I would just have to give y'all like 2 rules.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
that'd be fine.
You're by the rules.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Only 2?
What
That I
We
can
would we
think
would
of.
edge the
Yeah.
rules a little bit, like just
Like-
flick it every now and then.
Yeah,
but-
just
yeah.
like that barrier that we try to cross all
Yeah.
the time.
Right.
Zach's like, all right, so the first rule: don't make fun of me.
only
Don't
say
roast
nice
me.
things.
Yeah, second rule: only say nice things.
Yeah.
Okay, you have very luscious hair.
There you
you
go.
find a way around
I
it.
legitimately would love to do a birthday roast. When
Yeah.
when it comes to my birthday, I want y'all to do it.
I mean, hey, we can.
Let's do it.
We can do it. You would technically be first. I would be. Wait, no, I would technically.
You
be
would be
first.
first.
Excuse me. Then you would be right
Then
after me.
Leighton, then Zach's last. That's all I know.
I'm in
He's
June.
in January. I mean June. June.
Need to reteach you on your months, bud.
It would go me, Presley, Schmev, Leighton, Bald.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, a roast. I never
Well,
even thought about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that down.
His
Again,
already
just-
happened, so we need to just go ahead and do Zach.
Yeah.
Again, if we're implementing rules, I have just one rule: just get me food.
Okay.
If you
Yeah.
get me food, make fun of me, belittle me again. I don't care.
We can
Here-
set conditions.
Here's something I would like to do before episode 200. I think I want to just like try different things to like really stand out. Like I don't know what that is. I haven't really thought about it much, but just try different things on the podcast that makes us like stand out from others and be like, "Oh, that's the podcast that does this." Where
Yeah.
other people don't really do that.
I thought of something that we could do in the future. Like I would love to like do a podcast on the street somewhere in Nashville.
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah.
At night?
maybe not at night, but you know.
Dark alleyway?
Podcast in Nashville at night.
I feel
At
like that'd be
night.
tougher than you think, though.
Oh, it 100% would be.
Yeah.
The
It would be
logistics
tough.
of that are not fun to think about.
Power,
Yeah.
The scenery.
sound,
That's like
people.
a,
Yeah, people is the one I was thinking. of.
scenery,
Yeah.
weather.
The scenery's cool. Like that's a cool idea. I was thinking more like what we would actually be doing and saying.
Like
on
just
it.
in our normal.
Yeah,
spot.
even in a normal
Oh.
scenario. But like being able to do it in different places would be cool. But like what you were talking about by 200, I would like to have guests and whatnot. But also, I enjoy a lot of like the conversation podcasts too. The games are fun, but like if we can find something that we really enjoy talking about, like we can riff on over and over, like you said, just talk for hours, but not really. That would be really cool. But I don't know what that is. But it's also like you want to experiment, so it's like a weird balance where you want to try new stuff, but you also you
need to
want
have
to do
some-
stuff that you want to do over and over.
I just think that we need to dive into politics more.
Let's get political.
No.
I think we just need to have some brainstorming days.
Yeah.
Whatever we think about goes on some paper.
Right.
I'm already writing
So the
down
modern
these
day
ideas.
Republican Party.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's decide what political party the podcast is going to vote for next year.
Yeah, let's not. I like
Public.
rubber ducks.
Is Kanye running?
Yeah.
The worst candidate to vote for.
He's gonna make it.
He's going to be his own party. We're going to do the Kanye party.
It's just going to be called Yay.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Do we have to end it now?
I can do a couple.
I don't think
more
we have
sweet.
to, but like
Yes. Peer
Yes, we
pressure.
can do a couple more minutes. That's all the time we have for today.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of other things want to try to do before another 100 episodes.
I can always think of these things when I'm not on the spot.
Yeah, exactly.
I think just experimenting.
Yeah, for me,
Gonna
that's
try new things.
Yeah, that's the fun thing. Like, I think it would be fun to go back since it's been so long to do some like, oh, it'd be fun to do another awkward games, or after a little while, like, oh, it'd be fun to do another badly explained, and once it's been like another while, oh, it'd be fun to do a draft, and like some of the things that we've had more series on. I mean, the awkward games wasn't very long, but like the drafts and the badly explained we did for a while. It'd be fun to go back to that every so often, but I think it's what you said, Shmev. It'd just be fun to experiment and do a lot of different stuff.
yeah.
Like, oh, just I don't know how the heck this is going to turn out. Maybe it'd be a flop. Maybe it'd be great. Who knows? But let's just try it out and have fun with it.
Yeah.
I think just trying a whole bunch of different stuff. To me, that's what I kind of want to do with this because. Don't get me wrong, we all want to take this seriously and we want to turn out to be some successful, but at the end of the day, we still want to have fun with it and enjoy what we're doing. Plus, that's if we're going to turn out to be some, that kind of needs to be a key element.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be fun to just experiment and do different things, just
Yep.
see what works.
Science experiments on the podcast.
I think we should do a hot ones type of.
I would love that.
But not
A
hot like. ooh,
I would
something.
die.
Hey,
Hot
just make it me.
twos.
Hot twos.
Or like
Hot
instead
two.
of spicy, we could do like sour.
I want
Oh,
spicy.
with candy,
We could do both.
Yeah.
back to back. We'll do one episode and then sour the other.
I like food.
Spicy then sour.
So we just interview the other person.
We'll do art of cheese
Dude.
podcast.
Oh,
well,
dude.
we'll go into the origins of the different cheese flavors
I would love that.
and
If
do a
I'm not,
cheese tasting.
if I'm not
podcast.
there for
And
that
wine.
episode, I'm burning down this building.
Today,
Oh my gosh.
that escalated so quickly.
today I did a really cold bath for the first time. It sucked.
I had to do those for baseball. Those are terrible.
Louder.
Well, wouldn't it be cool if we did a podcast where we're doing something that would torture ourselves, like a cold bath? We're trying to get in super cold water, and,
Like-
and do a podcast when we're all in an ice bath.
Like Kevin Hart's podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just copy him.
I didn't realize that was already a thing until you just said it, and then I remembered.
It's called
Also-
Cold as Balls.
I like how you say, you know what would be fun? If we tortured each other.
We can find a new way to torture ourselves.
Podcast, but we do it while we're skydiving.
Okay.
In midair. We're just like, welcome back to the awkward tapes.
Layton, get it in frame.
If you think about it,
I'm trying. Oh, the camera just falls down.
The camera overheated. What?
No,
The ozone layer. How did that happen?
Then we
Noah's
forget
float-
about the parachute. We
Oh
just-
no!
We're done.
We just splat and died. And Noah's floating in midair, just mixing the.
audio.
His hair is just
There's
lifted in
some
the
RFI.
wind.
Flushes in the wind.
Well, guys,
That'd be fun.
thank you. This has been episode 100. This is just kind of us reminiscing. There's the 0. Yeah, here's to another 100 episodes. Cheers.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
Cheers. Oh.
We don't have any drinks on
You're
the
okay.
table, but act like you got a drink. In all seriousness, we really do appreciate you guys for sticking with us, or just if you're just now watching, we hope you stick around with us and see where this thing goes. We still feel like we're pretty new to this stuff, and we're learning, and we feel like we're getting better, and we promise we will continue to get better. So thank you, And thank you for joining us always for a session of awkwardness.
Yeah.
So I don't know why, but the guys for whatever reason wanted me to sit here by myself. They went out into the hallway. They went out into the hallway, and they freaking said, Presley, for freaking 100 seconds, we want you to sit in this room by yourself and just talk about whatever comes to mind. So here's whatever comes to mind. I think in life, there's 3 pillars into your daily life that help make a difference on daily improvement and taking steps towards living a better life, if you will. I think there's sleep. Sleep is important. Food, nutrition, and you're working out. Those 3 things, if you continue to improve your sleep, look, they did a study on like the benefits of 6 hours versus 8 hours versus whatever. The amount of people, and you've probably had people in your life tell you these things, the amount of people that can go on less than 8 hours rounded to a whole number equals less than 1%. Now think about that. If all these people are like, oh yeah, 4 hours, 5 hours, yeah, I'm feeling good. If I get more than that, I'm not good. They've never tried 8. They don't know what it's like. And then nutrition. Listen, you're not getting enough protein. You need more protein in your diet. You need to be having whatever you weigh. Say you weigh 100 pounds. You need to be getting 100 grams of protein daily. And then working out, just do it. Do something. Improve yourself. So thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I hope you get something out of this. I really don't think this is what they were planning on recording at all, but